Hello, everybody, and welcome to the PBL cast for 2.0.
2.0? We are.
Yes. Yeah. I am head coach of the Saffron City Sneasels, Evan, your three-time champion. With me, we have our special guest, Dan.
Hi, it's me again. Never getting rid of me.
And we also have another special guest, just as special. We have Cheryl of the Wheels.
Are you sure?
And we have a very special thing, a little surprise for all of you.
A what?
A little surprise.
What?
And this is not a White Claw sponsorship.
I didn't sign off on whatever this is, but
well, we are bringing in Zach and Zach to the podcast.
It's us.
Okay, I definitely didn't sign off on this.
Hey, Dan. It's
us. I'd be surprised if you listened to the Superior podcast last week. But also, who listens to this except for people in the league?
I'm sorry.
Which is like half of us here right now.
Podcast, my guy.
No, the one that did actual analysis. That's what they brought us for.
Anyway.
Now, are people tuning in for analysis, or are they tuning in for the
analysis?
The sex and the glamour?
Yes.
I think it's the sex and the glamour.
Analysis.
Cheryl says with a mouthful of donut. This is a bit of a crowded episode because Cheryl's here and she talks for two.
Mm-hmm.
However, we do have... She's prego. She's mouth prego.
It's a donut.
That's the most PG version of being mouth pregnant I've ever seen. We do have Zach and Zache. Zach, you are head coach of the Secret Garden Hoopas, which may eventually change to the Victinis. I'm not sure.
It will absolutely change to the Victinis.
And then we also have our reigning champion, Zache of the Pastoria City Porygon Zeds. Hello, both.
Porygon Zeds, baby.
Hello.
I listened to your guys'
The Zed heads.
I thought it was pretty good, but our sponsors are basically the executives. They were like, we need a merger.
Did they at least meet our contract demands?
Yeah, we're getting paid more than them.
Okay, so I just, this I didn't sign off on this, but at least our demands were met. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm actually paying to be here.
Yeah.
Okay.
We
now
bought
I feel
in.
a lot better.
And we are getting paid in pumpkin spice White Claw.
Yeah.
Oh,
and white girls.
And white girls. We're also getting paid in white girls.
You guys get paid in white girls?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hashtag where the white women at.
Yeah.
Folks, we have a lot to cover after the first week of battles completed.
Mostly due to technical issues.
There are some
and,
technical difficulties.
We just covered a lot.
Yeah, we just actually trudged through some technical difficulties ourselves.
Yeah.
But we're here and we're working. Let's start with Zach's battle. I think that's like the most exciting one to jump into.
My Zach, not Zache. Zach.
I was gonna say there's a silent pause. They're like, what are you talking about?
So I guess
mine is gonna be 10 minutes of rambling.
Yeah, so I have this little sheet here that kind of shows all the results of the matches. If we're gonna go over my match first, it's the Hoopas and the Dunsparce. I took that match 6-2, with really big performances from my Mega Venusaur, my Scizor. Yeah, I don't know. My plan was to just have good checks that Chris couldn't break, pretty much, and then whittle him down slowly.
Surprise, surprise, Mega Venusaur was a big contributor.
Hey, no.
You've never seen that one before.
No, never.
It's a good Pokemon.
It's a good Pokemon.
In the game of Pokemon, it's a good one.
It's a really good one.
It's pretty okay.
I would have to say, despite it only being a 6-2 match, I thought that this was the closest match of the week. I thought up until about 6 turns out, I thought either one of you guys had a chance to win that game.
I beg to differ. I felt completely in control throughout the entire match.
Interesting. When I watched it, I thought the major difference was that it was kind of a back and forth U-turny match, and the thing was that you had recovery and he didn't.
Exactly. And he had only one Pokemon that could do over 50% to Venusaur.
I know that I've played a lot of matches where, because last season, outside of my 2 hyper offensive mons, I played with a lot of very bulky, just kind of wear them down mons. And there are a lot of situations where you feel like this could go anywhere, but if you do have the bulky recovery mons like Mega Venusaur, you kind of know you're in control and you have to sacrifice where you have to sacrifice or give up ground where you need to get the end game result, which is Zach.
I'm going to put it this way, like, I felt that I had to make no predictions throughout the entire match, and Chris had to make all of the predictions.
So yeah, you definitely had the momentum on your side for sure.
Yeah, and I just felt like it was pretty simple. I'm gonna test you guys and who's seen the match. How you like my ambipom?
Now
That was
was
insane. That was crazy.
Okay, was
You
that
can tell-
Specs?
No, it was Life Orb.
Oh wow, I must have missed that. Technician, what does round do exactly? I know it's base 60. What does it do?
It's just base 60. If someone else uses round in the same turn, it gets doubled, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter.
Yeah, that'll never happen.
Yeah, so I just did it because it's base 60. It gets boosted by Technician. I also had Hidden Power Ice to take down a Zygarde in one shot if it showed up. And then I had Thunderbolt. Yeah.
I thought that was a very cool set.
I was thinking of bringing Shockwave instead of Thunderbolt just because it's funny and memey. But there really wasn't a point, so I brought Thunderbolt.
Give him Zap Cannon.
Slaps came out. Slaps was. I wanted to bring him out and to basically pretend to lead with a fake out, but actually just nasty plot and get something off. And genuinely, the play he did where he sacked off his Manectric was honestly basically the only play he had because everything else on his team died to 2 hits. Or Blaziken, which was the only thing that outsped, died to 1 round. So something had to die.
I do expect a lot from Chris throughout this season, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who does he have next week?
I can pull up the schedule right now. Chris has the Ludicolo's. He has Raul.
I do expect Chris to
see a redemption match for Chris.
No disrespect to Raul. I actually really like Raul's team, though.
Yeah. But yeah, I think Chris made a lot of good plays. I think this brings up a conversation we had before with prep versus battle skill. I think Chris plays better than I do, but I was prepped better.
Until we get to my battle, because we can talk about the opposite of that.
Yeah. But
Let's talk about that.
Let's bring it now that you're speaking about it.
But before we move on, I just want to say I'm happy that Chris is nicknaming his mons now.
Thank God.
All right, Zach, let's talk about this Sad Boys Club. What's up?
Okay, so I battled Jake, and a couple of things happened in my battle that didn't go as I would have wanted them to go.
Well, I mean, he brought
number
Pick-a-Peck, so you're fucked to begin with.
It was downhill when he brought the biggest threat in the game. So the game actually started with a couple of technical difficulties. House kept cutting out, so we restarted the battle once and went through the same steps, and then it happened again. So I actually drove 10 minutes to the public library to go finish my battle.
Jesus Christ.
Which, excuse that threw me off of my game a little bit, but in the end, that doesn't matter. And then another thing that happened is I battled poorly anyway, and I prepped worse. And then the third thing that really happened is Jake battled very well. So it was a perfect storm of me getting my ass absolutely kicked.
Yeah,
and a couple things with it.
Go ahead.
Team, for one, counters my win conditions very well. I have a poison weak team, and he's got Alolan Muck, who's arguably one of the best poison types in this format. Tran, which counters Tapu Bulu, and is a nice check to Breloom if you are an idiot and not running it very fast.
Yeah, your team was pretty
the
slow.
coverage moves for Empoleon, and did a number on my team. He had Salamence, who actually never even came out, and I prepped a lot for Salamence, which was my downfall. Blastoise, who was a water type with just the right amount of move coverage, where if you ran it offensively, it would do a lot of damage to my other checks and counters. So I went through a whole list of everything I could have done differently against Jake. And we'll go through that now. Number one is I could have run max speed Breloom, which would have put me in a much different situation.
He's confessing his sins right now. Number one.
I have been thinking about this nonstop.
He's got the cattail whip. Every time he speaks something, he whips himself.
This is a champion mindset. You have to be able to take losses and figure out what you did wrong so it never happens again.
I 100% agree with you as the only person who is legally allowed to.
Legally, yes.
Yeah.
So, number one, I could have run a faster Breloom. I was speed creeping for something I don't honestly remember. I did my prep at 2 in the morning after playing Minecraft all day, and then I sent it to Ian and got it the night in. But after Breloom, I would have outsped his Muck, which would have allowed me to play a little differently. What I had to do in the battle is I used Rotom to Will-O-Wisp Muck after he got a power-up punch off. Prevented me from using Spore to put him to sleep because he was already burned. And I knew I had to do that because I knew Breloom had to survive the next turn, and he wouldn't if Muck was at, I think he was at +2 at that point. So if I was running faster, I wouldn't have had to stack Rotom, I wouldn't have had to burn Muck, and I would have been able to put him to sleep and use a Swords Dance to prep then. Or I could have, if I didn't go back and redo my sets, I should have used either Hydro Pump or I think Thunderbolt would have done enough damage to Muck that I could have come in and killed him with one Mach Punch rather than requiring a Swords Dance, which would have saved my Breloom.
This man has math percentage. Jesus.
Yeah.
I know your couch, dude. Oh, this is actually, that's the worst part. I'll get into one more thing that is the worst part about losing this battle to Jake.
But it was Jake.
To be fair, who could have thought Jake would battle well?
Yeah, again, that was the one thing that's why I was surprised that he battled so well. Because he said, he's like, oh, I just gotta get something off my computer. I was like, yeah, I need my damage calculator. He's like, oh no, I just have to look at the types because I don't remember what's super effective against stuff.
Yeah.
So I lost to a man who doesn't know his types.
I've said this about Jake many times, and I'll say this again on the podcast. Jake has very little game knowledge, but he's naturally pretty good at these types of games. So if you catch him on a week where he actually decides shit, you will catch. But there will be other weeks where he just does not give a fuck at all, and then you will steamroll him.
Then you'll see Pick-a-Peck, Soul Rock, Reggie-Ice, and
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
I
only
mean,
I
brings
had the strong fortune of having like 4 or 5 very hard counters to my team as well.
yeah.
But if I had kept Breloom around, it would have been nice to hit Heatran with, and the rest of my team dealt with his remaining Pokemon well. Water move on Empoleon, but instead I used it as a check for physical Salamence.
One thing he had that I don't think got to be shown off was Heatran was running HP Water for Mega Camerupt.
Was for Mega Camerupt.
Jesus.
Which
Christ.
Mega Camerupt, I got a little unlucky. He crit Mega Camerupt and put it one attack from Alolan Muck, where the crit Leaf Storm should have, or the regular Leaf Storm should have done about 60% maximum, and instead it took me to about 10%. So that was a little unfortunate because Mega Camerupt I was running it a little bit bulky and a little bit faster. That wouldn't have mattered because it has base 20 speed. But I didn't need to run max power on it because Mega Camerupt is not a Pokemon you ever need to run max power unless you absolutely have to kill something. So it was bulky to take hits from Muck and deal with that, which would have also preserved my Breloom. But the fact that Breloom had to go down to take Muck down was really the downfall of my battle. And also, Picky-Peck doesn't have as we think. It's got 75 attack and 65 speed, which is not...
This man actually out here defending the Pick-a-Peck pick.
It's not good. It's very few.
I mean,
Sure, it's
horrible. It's just
But you still gotta look out for it.
I mean, what did Pick-a-Peck do? Red card you and
Pick-a-Peck
bird you
no.
for 20%?
Picky-Peck was Focus Sash with Defog, Substitute, and Brave Bird, and that's what I saw.
Oh,
He was using it
Focus Sash.
he used it as his lead,
right.
and then
Just to get rid of it.
he didn't guarantee because I got rocks up and then he cleared him with Blastoise.
Yeah, I don't think the Picky-Peck really
Defiant
helped
boost.
him at all.
No, Picky-Peck didn't help him, but it wasn't a...
Pick-a-Peck will never help him this season. I would say that. But he will continue to bring it.
What a bold statement from Evan.
All right.
What I wish I would have done is let him Brave Bird Breloom so he could at least get Picky-Peck to kill.
Yeah, that's what I'm just waiting for. I'm just waiting for the match where Pick-a-Peck gets a kill. Like,
Choice Band, Quick Attack, Revenge Kill, something really, 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 really low.
Exactly.
yeah.
I want to see it happen. That's my challenge to you, Jake, who is not going to listen to this.
Well, I guess, I mean, while we're
Follow
in,
up
Sad Boy.
the Stab Boy Club here. We're just gonna bring it on over. So I faced Nick this week, and I've been a vocal person against Baton Pass. I hate it. I do not like it. I think it's annoying, and I think it can break games in the matter of 2 turns. Anyways, I faced Nick, and Mr. Mime just started. He had fucking barrier.
Yeah.
He gave Gudra a barrier that already had an assault vest, and I kind of looked at my team like, what? I honestly had to look up what the fuck barrier did again. I was like, is that the defense one? And I looked up, I'm like, well, this mon's just unkillable. He got a Calm Mind onto a Buzzwole that I then roared out after forgetting Roar had negative priority that I could have killed because it was at half health in the rain and I had Swampert. So me forgetting Roar had negative recovery legitimately just took Swampert out of the game because it lived with 10 HP and then later died to a Draco meter and it just. So I planned for 2/6 of his team that actually showed up, and
that's gonna be the challenge with Nick all season.
I don't know what the fuck he's gonna bring because I planned for Mega Slowbro, Buzzwole, and that's it. And because I planned for Mega Slowbro, Necrozma, Buzzwole, Starmie, and Ninjask, and then I don't remember what my 5th one was. But he didn't. He only brought 2. I'm like, well, fuck me. All right, cool.
I think Nick also his Buzzwole caught the Calm Mind and then started bulking up as well.
Yeah, yeah. It was that's when I rolled him out. So I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I ain't having none of this. And then I forgot. Oh yeah,
I think Buzzwole is so ugly.
Yeah, and a shitty nickname, Buzzwole. Okay, cool. We get the joke that the creators of the game made. Good job, buddy.
Is that the nickname you chose for it?
Buzzwole. Yeah. He just puts an S in the middle. It's like, it's almost that's the joke already, jackass.
Like naming your Mr. Mime Mime Man or something.
There's Mr. Mime.
We did. Mr. Mime.
Yeah, Francois. But there's not too much to talk about. It's just he baton passed into things that I didn't expect. And he didn't bring half the shit I expected, I just kind of had to sit there and just go, "Hey, Weather, do something."
I thought the Gudra was fantastic for him, and prioritizing. He was at full health when he healing wished for the Gudra again.
Yep.
Yes.
That was a pretty big move.
Yeah.
He healing wished with the baton pass stats up, so he gave up a Clefable with full HP and double defense to heal that Gudra back up.
That's right, and I think that's actually. Making that kind of move might sound bad when you watch the battle. That was the right call.
Yeah, because Dan had nothing to get through the Gudra, man. he didn't have a whole lot.
Yeah.
You brought both Weathers to this match.
I did. It was a nice little mudstorm there,
which I thought was interesting. It's not always bad, but normally it's good to just commit to one of the Weathers each week. But it was interesting that you brought both Weathers. Sometimes your Excadrill's just sitting out in the rain. Sometimes
I'm actually completely fine with Excadrill in the rain there. He's
because he doesn't want water anyway, and now he is.
Yeah.
So.
It's very interesting.
I also forgot to put a Z move on Ludicolo, so I pulled a Raoul, so fuck me. And my opening gambit of Nasty Plot Thunderous was immediately cucked by Clefable. I'm like, oh. Cool.
See, it's because you did Nasty Plot with an Ambipom.
Or no, it was Gudra. Immediate Gudra. Yeah. And I'm like, whatever, I'll still T-Bolt. That did fucking nothing. And yeah.
All right.
I want to talk about it. Move on.
We can move on from that then.
Hey, Carol. You had a battle.
That's my name, Carol. I battled
your rival.
My rival, the Caterpies. Wheels be Caterpie.
We're pushing this. You guys hate each other.
Who used String Shot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just kind of went how I wanted it to. He didn't bring who I expected. I really expected a Choice Scarf Latias. Because that, with almost everything that it could have, it could go through, my biggest threats that I have on my team. And then Latias didn't come.
Yeah. I yelled at him for that.
Yeah, I really expected Latias. And then...
Latias is one of those always shows up Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely should, yeah.
Yeah, and I expected him to like Choice Scarf with like an energy ball for Diancie. And then so like I prepped around a lot of that and necessarily, but I mean really what it came down to. Last minute I was going to Z Rain Dance Manaphy, and then literally in the last 20 minutes before the battle, I was like, I think like this will help almost everything except if Suicune, how do you say it? Is it Suicune? Suicune?
Someone get the book.
If we're being real big brain clear, it's Suicune.
Oh, don't do this.
As a kid, I called it Suicune.
And
Ubu-kun.
I didn't really super expect Suicune to show up, but like just in case, I took like Rain Dance off and put Energy Ball on. And then Suicune showed up, and so I don't know. Like the plan was just to set up Manaphy on Hippowdon, and that's basically it. Yeah, I mean, I knew like probably draw out Hippowdon, and she did, and that was it. That's basically.
It was a good, clean 15-turn match.
Yeah, it was.
Wait, 15?
I think it was 12. I think it was 12
It
turns.
wasn't much longer than that, honestly. It was like 19, maybe.
Yeah, yours.
Yeah, it was 20. It was 30. You know, actually.
I literally have the turn stats if you want to know. Like,
I
Cheryl's
did ask, you know not.
Cheryl's was 12 turns. Zach's was 20.
Yeah, that was close.
Yeah.
It's because mine was only long because at the end, the only play I had to squeeze any kind of win was I had Choice Scarf Jirachi, and I just started using Iron Head, and I flinched him like 5 times in a row. I was like, I'm so sorry, I'm Choice Scarfed, I have to do this.
I'm so sorry, everyone in the league. No, you're not.
Yeah,
No,
you drafted Jirachi.
You drafted Jirachi. You knew what you were getting.
You drafted Jirachi, and then you put a Choice Scarf on.
Yeah.
That's why I can't be mad when he poisoned me, because I'm like, well, shit, I'm using Jirachi. Like, know that I'm using scumbag tactics. I'm comfortable with it. That just means I can't complain when it happens to me.
Yeah,
that's right.
And going back to Cheryl's match, if we're being completely honest, if not for a crit, Cheryl probably would have won 6-1.
Oh yeah, I mean even the crit though, I think even. I mean, like it didn't really much to me. Because the crit 100% mattered. Like
absolutely.
After I put the reflect up, like she should have been able to take that earthquake.
And then Manaphy could have just come in and done what it did.
Yeah. Either way, like I got Manaphy in, so. But yeah, and it was a clean battle. I brought Dragonite as well and Umbreon, and I don't think either of them came in.
They did not. I did the stats, and I don't know the nicknames for those Pokemon.
It's a shame because there's a fun little Easter egg with Cheryl's and my team.
Yeah.
Speaking of my team, because I just brought it up.
Yep.
Transitioning for myself.
Oh wow, look at that.
I throw myself the
Clean.
Also referencing the repeated hacks. My match was a match of hacks that did not matter at all. I don't know how many of you guys watched my match.
Yeah,
I haven't watched it.
You got paralyzed a lot.
I know you'll.
Yeah.
Well,
so I dunked very hard on newcomer Greg. Listen,
Tier 1 coach, baby.
Tier 1 coach. That's what Tier 1 does.
Tier 1 is.
I'm the senior with the Letterman jacket, and then this freshman just got a swirly in the toilet. Is essentially what happened. Now, he did hacks me so hard repeatedly. I got paralyzed out of my Cofagrigus, and I lost probably over half my turns, and then I got repeatedly flinched on icicle crashes.
Yeah.
But it did not matter.
Jesus Christ.
For this match, it felt very satisfying. I did everything I wanted, and on top of that, he pulled a move similar to what Cheryl did in her first season in the Pokemon Battle League. He forgot to Mega Evolve his Lopunny.
I didn't forget. I realized I didn't know you had to finish the game in order to be able to Mega Evolve.
Oh, that might be even worse.
And then I forgot in a different game.
Jesus Christ.
So he forgets to Mega Evolve his Lopunny, so he high jump kicks right through my Cofagrigus. Losing half his health.
Yeah.
That's the funniest thing I've ever heard. No, that's the second funniest thing I've ever heard.
Pretty fucking rough.
On top of that, he sped card my whole team, and I was running Trick Room. So.
Oh no!
So
wow, you didn't dunk on this poor boy. You baptized this poor boy.
You broke the backboard over this.
Like,
dude.
I Shaquille O'Neal to him.
You gave him a glass shower.
Yeah. So
You know that LeBron James broke the backboard in my high school?
did he really?
Like our claim to fame.
That's pretty fucking cool, actually. In my match against Greg, he was trying to use his Latios to be like a physical Dragon Dance sweeper.
Yeah.
He tried switching it into my Infernape, who was Choice Banded, and a Choice Banded close combat did over half.
Jesus fuck.
I think it actually did just under half.
Maybe
but
it just doesn't. Either way, it chunked him and just really limited his team.
Yeah.
My strategy for the game was basically pivot around his stuff, whittle him down until everything was within range for my Choice Banded Infernape to just clean up. And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Did he use Galvantula, and did it manage to get sticky webs up?
He did not bring Galvantula.
Okay.
Which is
Rock
fine.
slide for it.
Right.
Because I was running the Trick Room hoping he would bring Galvantula.
Okay.
I also had, in case I wanted to change a different game plan, I had Espeon, which outspeeds, and was running the Ringo Berry to resist bug moves if I had to accidentally switch it on a bug buzz. But he didn't even bring it. So
Rest in peace, Ringo Starr. That man not dead, but his career is.
Yeah. Speaking
Never
of,
seen anyone use the bug berry before.
Speaking of the berries, there was a lot of berries this week. In Chris and my match, there were 3 berries that were eaten.
I was very impressed by Chris's berry usage in the early game.
Yeah, I mean, I was okay with it. But yeah, anyway, we talked about my match already. We don't need to go back.
The only berry I had was a
It's all
Wiki
about
berry
me.
and a Rotom, and it got knocked off. So
Yeah.
Well, that leaves one last match to talk about, and that is Standlers versus Ludicolo's.
Mm-hmm.
We can all sort of chime in on this one since no one can really take the reins for this match.
So real quick, how hard did Raul get dunked on?
It was a 6-3.
Too hard? Okay. Well, okay, was it a close 6-3 or a 6-3 where it's like, yeah, I'll just throw this mon out to try and kill it, and then...
It was the latter.
Okay.
It was not a close 6-3. Jacob didn't seem to be concerned about differential. He was just killing things.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I will say I am so pleased to see Raul carry on the torch
Yes.
of Coco nicknames.
Yes.
What is it now?
He's naming his Modelo, the beer theme,
Nice.
and may or may not be alluding to his own ethnicity.
Russian, right?
So I had to keep it quiet. That was the main reason he wanted Tapu Koko. He didn't even want it because it was Tapu Koko.
That's amazing. Yeah,
thing I've ever heard.
if it wasn't for those nicknames, he would have drafted Jolteon spot.
Right, well,
A much better value.
Such a good pick. It's the best pick you can
My
make.
Zapdos is named Mega Jolteon.
Yes, I love
My,
that.
and my Thunderous is named Zapdos Frowny Face. You
Yeah.
fuck.
Hey, can we talk about my favorite nickname of mine? I would
No.
like to mention it. I'm going to anyway.
You can't just
The match?
like that.
Yeah, I can do whatever I want.
No.
Okay.
Let's finish this,
Oh,
and then we'll have
this isn't your podcast. Don't you fucking...
This guy just banned Margerita so hard.
Wow.
If we could just
Go beat
finish
my dad
talking
up.
about this match and then have like a nicknames segment real quick. Probably.
Stop trying to bring order to this podcast.
Anyway, Raul and Jacob's
We're
match.
trying to bring more Bam Margera to this podcast.
It was a 6-3. It wasn't super close. Raul made some interesting plays.
It really does.
Yeah, as he normally does.
Damn.
And Jacob wasted no time being tricky this season. He brought
Generally doesn't.
Zoroark immediately. The first mon he threw out was a hidden Zoroark that Raul taunted, thinking it was a Klefki, but it was not a Klefki. It was a Zoroark.
Yeah.
I hate Jacob with Zoroark. I just don't like that together. Probably
Yeah.
the trickiest dude I know.
Even
I think
if
it's-
you see it in the team select.
Yeah.
So
Because
now,
it's a 50-50. Is he leading with it or is he saving it for later?
yeah, and then of course there's the last match down here is to be determined. Technical issues hasn't happened yet, so we can't talk about it.
It's gonna be on Showdown, so you know it's gonna be good.
I'm gonna go ahead and
we all spectate
first
that
off-
match.
First off, fuck this match, and second off, let's go David. Fuck Ian.
What I'm really hoping to see is who decides to timer the other person first.
Ian absolutely will. Ian, we'll.
Oh, it's Ian. For
Ian's
sure.
just gonna go ahead and put this timer on real
Yes,
quick.
that's exactly what Ian says. We'll just do like having fun matches, and he's like, "I'm just gonna turn this timer on real quick."
I always throw the time. It's like force of habit where I get on Showdown and immediately hit timer. I'm not there to waste time.
I hate people that fucking put timer in on Showdown before. Like, I see them put the timer on, I pick my lead, and I'm waiting. Fuck you. No.
Yeah.
Pick your lead, then put on the timer.
or anything else.
Oh, you fucking scumbag.
I want them to know that I take it seriously.
I'm gonna go Pro and Showdown, guys.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's tell us our nicknames.
Yeah.
I love my Ludicolo, Lil Culo. Lil Culo. That's one that I'm really proud of. And then the rest of you can go because I already had the best one off the bat. So
I don't know about that. I'm gonna go with my Empoleon. His name is Danny DeLito, and it's a couple layers to this joke. Number one, Danny DeVito played the Penguin in the old Batman movie.
You know the best part about jokes is when you explain them, they just continue to get funnier.
See, I didn't understand.
That's the other thing with Empoleon. Empoleon can pack some power, so he can delete your Pokemon.
Oh.
He also can learn Roar, so he can delete them right off the screen. He also is the best defogger.
Oh my god.
So Danny comes in to delete. So that's Danny DeLito.
Gotcha.
See, the best thing about that joke of a nickname is that as you explain it, we keep being like reinforced. You are smart. That is the good point of a joke here. Very smart.
Yes.
I'm really just here to prove how smart
we
I am.
all would have gotten that joke off the rip, which is the
No. It's really sophisticated humor.
What would be the features of the nuance to the layers?
I mean, you guys might have.
And the best thing about
You
that,
just called him Thanos because he snapped and they vanished.
the best thing about that is that I actually liked Uncle Rico more. That was a good nickname.
Uncle Rico's nickname is because Bulu looks like he can throw a football over the mountains.
Yeah, okay. Uncle Rico is one of my favorites so far.
Over the mountains.
I've been waiting to name a Pokemon Uncle Rico since, like, after I nicknamed all my Pokemon last season, I was like, damn, I should have named one Uncle Rico. Because Napoleon Dynamite is my favorite movie of all time.
I'll say right now, I think Napoleon Dynamite is in that unfortunate position where it got so popular, people stopped liking it. But if you just watch it for what it is, it's a very enjoyable movie.
It's amazing, yeah.
I never finished it.
I give a thumbs up to that movie.
Napoleon Dynamite.
I give it 3 out of 8.
So any other nicknames people want to talk about?
Cheryl and I have fun things, but we're battling each other, and I don't know if the two respective Pokemon will make it. So should we just reveal it? Or I think we should wait.
Should we wait? I mean...
We'll wait and see if we get to have that magical matchup.
Yeah.
Where's that anticipation?
I didn't bring him this week, but my Heligo, I'm actually really happy with his name. It's Please Don't EQ.
Yeah.
That's pretty
good.
Explain that joke to me.
Yeah, that's pretty
Okay,
that's
so
pretty
basically what happens is
no.
Heligo has really low defenses and is 4 times weak to Earthquake. And Earthquake can be shortened to EQ. So it's Nihilego asking, to not get EQ'd, please.
Okay,
Oh,
interesting, cool.
Yes.
I really, really, really like people who put a lot of thought and time into their nicknames and everything. I named my fortress Nug.
I know. I actually loved your nickname.
Jesus Christ.
I was laughing at that because you're like, I like people who put time and effort into their nicknames, and I'm just thinking back to your Steelix named Anal Beads.
Yeah. Volcanion's name was Volcanus.
Yeah.
First thought, best thought.
What makes Cheryl's nicknames better is that they're all lowercase.
Yes.
Except for Manaphy, but I had to
yeah.
carry that torch.
Yeah.
I always respect anyone that passes on a nickname from a previous season.
Let's not the chestnut.
That's not the chestnut is a good one.
Which was my nickname.
I know for a fact
It is no longer Let's Not the Chestnut.
It's got Garchomp. It's still gross.
Oh, is it?
You gross.
Nice.
Is it? Good.
Yeah, it is.
Good.
Still gross.
He and I have talked about teams a little bit. He runs nicknames by me. We workshop each other's nicknames a lot.
Okay.
I might re-nickname Cradily to Thirsty Gamer Boys.
Thirsty Gamer Boys.
So I'm just going to throw out some nicknames I liked from this week. I liked Manscaper,
I did like Manscaper.
the Rotom Mo from
Oh
Jake.
my god.
That is good.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus.
Jake had some good ones overall. I remember
Yeah.
liking Jake's nicknames in general.
Mega Jolteon was funny. Caesar was a really fitting nickname for Infernape.
Thank you. I don't think it's funny, but I really like it. It worked. That was it the Rise of the Planet of the Apes, which I never saw.
Oh,
yeah.
And it just looks sort of like Roman.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I am a fan of nicknames that aren't all just funny. They fit and
Some
stuff.
good nicknames.
No, I only like funny.
And
Yeah.
and then I mean then there's Raoul's uninspired nicknames like Free Tit Juice, the Miltank.
Jesus.
What happened to
fucking
Milk Spade?
Christ.
Free Tit juice.
I did like
hate it
Milk
so
Spank.
much.
Yeah, I liked
I
Milk
thought Milk
Spank.
Spank should have been continued.
Yeah.
Jesus fuck, Raul. We gotta have a talk, buddy.
That's not free. You got to pay for that, dude.
My nicknames are kind of niche, but I do like Flammable, the Scizor. That's what I name all my Scizors.
That's a good one.
That's a good one for sure.
I am going to put my 2 cents in that I feel like we should have like a heat set of the week every week.
Ooh.
Where like everyone picks their favorite tricky set. And I'm not gonna sit here and talk about.
I was gonna say
Ambipom.
he's bringing this up.
No.
Give me slaps. I need recognition for slaps.
No,
If someone brought like a nasty plot Ambipom, I think that probably would have been the heat set this
yeah.
week.
I agree.
And that's why he's bringing it up.
No, I'm not saying winning. I'm just saying sets that you liked. One thing I liked
we're
that
all
was
bad.
was very specific was Evan brought Trace with Thick Fat so that Porygon 2 could trace the Thick Fat off of Mamoswine.
Thick as
I was
fuck.
very proud of that. I was also hoping to be able to trace a levitate off of the Latios so that I'd be able to resist Mamoswine's other move that thing tried to switch it on.
Yeah, so I thought that was really nice.
Good
Like
thing, kid.
it was a good little set. Anyway,
Every single one of my sets was bad. They deserve no credit.
I think heat set of the week is a good idea.
I like how
and I'm going to bring heat sets every week. So
I like how Evan's fear of Mamoswine continues into this season too.
Yeah, I had 4 checks to it on my team.
Evan just like goes to bed and like wakes up in a cold sweat and sees like a phantom Mamoswine sitting on his chest, and he's like, "What do you want with me?" And it's like, and then it just disappears.
There's a pile of swine in the corner. He's like, no.
At the end of your life, when you are finally being taken by the Grim Reaper, it's just Mamoswine. Just Mamoswine in the cloak, dude.
In a hood, yeah.
Yeah, in a snow cloak.
And he ice shards you.
in a snow cloak, okay.
I think now's as good a time as ever to do a quick Chelsea flip.
Just gonna go.
I'll tell you something I hate.
Some
It's
good White
that.
Claw, man.
It's that.
Yeah, well, guess what? It's not going anywhere, fucker.
It's,
I wish it would.
that was negotiated in.
Yeah.
We do get one Chelsea slip down an episode.
One.
So after a thorough analysis of each battle, here are the standings for each conference. Evan had the largest margin of victory, so he's up first on the Western Conference.
But Evan, your win made. I wanted to be in last place.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
If I'm
not
going to be
wrong.
losing,
Yeah.
I want to be in bottom.
Our division.
I'm sorry.
Well, Greg joins us, and Evan immediately throws him into bottom place.
Up to your coach.
Fucking dunking on the new kid.
Um,
Welcome to the league, jackass.
Everyone has to take their
It's
their legs.
the initiation beating.
Yeah, it's the hazing.
Carol gave me mine last year.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good times.
You caught your lumps.
So
I'm
I'm
once again this year, so
I'm
My
interested
greatest
in
regret.
I'm interested in how this all is going to develop. Immediately off the bat, Dan, you lost our first inter-conference match. So now our conference is the weaker
Representing the league,
conference
hell yeah.
right off the bat.
yes, Western Conference, baby.
Thank you, Nick.
Don't worry, I'll be sure to win their next one.
Yeah.
Western Conference.
Damn.
That's some bold talk, and we'll get to that later as we look at matchups.
Yeah. And I actually think, should we just get into next week's matchups at this point? What else do we have to talk
Yeah, I
about?
think so.
Okay.
The standings, obviously, after only 1 week, standings we can't go too far into them, but they're good to look
I'm
at.
going to predict myself
We're
to
gonna
be a
read
fringe
who
playoff
is-
spot and then win it all again.
Anyway.
Take a look at this upcoming week. I am very excited to be showing down with Cheryl, who
Mhm.
has refused an in-person battle.
Because he gets really nasty.
I bully people and I battle them
He
in person.
bullies me. I've done it before. I can't.
I
He plays too many
specifically
mind games.
We played Evan and I.
I want to
played last
battle
year.
Evan in person.
Yeah, Evan and I battled in person last year. He started punching me. He pulled my pants down. It was very distracting.
Yeah,
Evan, I'm driving up to your house when we battle, and I'm battling you in person specifically.
please. I love
Filming
it.
this. We're gonna have a battle video where it's filmed us, and then they don't get to see what's on the screen.
It's gonna be like lost. It's gonna be like lost camera footage.
Yeah.
He just murders Zach.
I want like a 3-camera live in front of the studio audience setup.
Okay, can we get a studio audience?
Can it just be me and I'm the whole studio audience?
We'll fill up the couch, man. We'll get a studio audience in here.
Yeah.
Production value. You bring out a belt. I bring out 3 belts, and we just
Bring it out.
I think who do you think's gonna win?
But
I think I'm going to win our match show.
You do?
I feel very confident about my matchup.
Okay. What do you feel specifically confident?
I think that
Tell me what you like about my team.
No,
Yeah.
tell me exactly what you think that you would do if you were planning against my team right now.
Oh, that's a good question. I'll let you know after I actually start planning for it.
Yeah, I have a plan for you.
But I feel very good about that matchup. Other matchups to look out for. I'm really excited to see Zach versus Jacob. Hoopas versus Stanlers.
yup. It's going to
It'll
be a
be
good
fun.
one. I have to
It's going to
figure
be a
out-
good week overall.
I'm going to figure out what heat set I need to bring to Jacob.
And he's going to be bringing heat sets.
Jake versus Ian is what I'm looking forward to. I'm expecting some shenanigans there.
I want
Yeah.
to see how long Jake plays well. Like how long.
I want to
he
see
is gonna
Jake go
exist.
8-0.
I'm also curious, is he going to keep Jacob?
Yes.
He's brought it the required one time.
If I know anything about Jake, it's that he can commit to a bit and he knows that he can take it way too
I
far.
think Picky Peck is coming every single week.
Jacob Peck will be coming every week.
Like that child, like that joke of having a child. He's
Yeah.
committed so far that I think he
He's
actually-
really committed to that.
Awkward silence. Nice.
Okay.
I thought the mics just cut out.
We were polite.
Yeah.
Who's after that? Who do I face? I face David. I'm
Yeah.
interested in that because I know he's battled before. I know he's experienced, but I've never played him. And I take a little bit of time to kind of learn everyone's battle styles, and I don't know his.
And
And
you
all
don't
I
have
get
two
is
band
one.
moms, so you're fucked.
Exactly, that too.
David, from what I remember, was a very skilled battler. He was somewhere around the plus 500 record in the 2 seasons that he played with us.
Where would you place him in the tier list?
In the tier list,
Would
Do
you
guys have
put
the
him?
actual tier list?
No.
Yeah. Would you put him above or below Greg?
Greg made a quick tier
well,
list of
I was gonna say,
him,
where did you
Jacob, and
crater
Evan.
Put the rest of us in bottom tier, and then me and Nick are in hell. We don't even get a tier. We just died and went to hell.
Yeah.
Listen, we're all Ubers in our hearts.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
O2 on
you.
paper, champion at heart.
That's right.
Speaking of Greg, he's going to be looking for redemption against Nick next week.
Yep. And I would say don't sleep on Greg. I think that he's actually got a very solid team.
Mm-hmm.
Nick's team is so questionable to me.
It's so
I don't. Yeah. Let me tell you, for someone who faced it, I don't know what the fuck. I just looked at like these are things that make sense for him to bring, and I saw 2. Good luck.
Trying to counter
Good
his
luck.
team is, I think, the wrong approach. You just got to focus on your own game.
Yeah, I bring your
Yeah.
best team and play your best game
Yeah.
against whatever the hell he's doing with his team.
I think so. I think that's the way to do it against Nick with his specific team.
Yes.
And then have a way to counter baton pass.
Yeah.
Also, don't try and click the cancel button on the DS because let me tell you, it's not there.
Oh, I haven't. I almost did that. I almost sent out Mega
Yeah,
Camera
but,
up when I didn't mean to. But I
That happened,
remember.
and wasn't fun. Let me tell
I
you.
only did that like 4 times last season. It's fine.
Another match
I mean,
is
every game.
Dan versus Isaiah. I've already informed
Hi.
Isaiah that Dan is the person he does not want to lose to.
Yeah, you know what? That's a fair warning because I'm gonna make him trade me Hippowdon if he loses.
I don't think you can do that.
And we'll see.
I'll make it happen.
Isaiah, I'll be very transparent here. Isaiah and Raul do run things by me every week to see like what their idea, like what I think of their ideas.
Cool. DM me their set and I'll give you kelp in Minecraft.
I have an automatic kelp farmer.
Look at this fucking big dick nerd over here.
And Isaiah has some interesting ideas for you. I'm interested to see how that match goes.
So what'll be nice about that too is because he's running Hippowdon, he's already have built-in stuff to not necessarily run a sand team, but run a team that is at least good in the sand, because you can't run a team that's weak to sand with a Hippowdon on your team.
I would say
So that
Hippowdon
kind
can counter sand team me, so
Yeah, usually. And Dan does have... to take it away, but your team still doesn't love Earthquake, do that.
Yes.
He does do Earthquake.
He does indeed have an Earthquake move on his moveset.
Powdon's really good.
Powdon is really good.
I'm gonna get Mega Venusaur and Hippowdon. I'm gonna trade them and just have these two walls.
Just
Hippowdon is
Yeah.
MVP on the championship.
Yes.
Until Venusaur tries the synthesis in the sand.
I just won't
Oh,
run
it's
Sand.
okay.
I won't run Sandstream. I'm running Sandforest every week.
Oh shit, okay.
I mean, yeah.
You guys see my tiny Hippowdon figure that I got?
I did.
Yeah, it has weird fucked up feet.
Well, you guys,
It's also the wrong color.
As good a time as any to wrap up this week's episode. Because, you know, the trademark of a good podcast is just sort of slowly fizzling out.
Yeah.
You don't want to close the doors on the episode until there's only like 2 people left listening. And
Yeah.
that's where we're probably at right now.
And it's the best to close out a podcast when no one has anything left to talk about, but we keep trying to force it. That's the sign of a great podcast.
I'd say tune in again next week for our Minecraft cast.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Where we will all be happy boys, no sad boys here, and we'll all be mining kelp in Minecraft.
Yeah, dude, Minecraft Let's Plays. Fuck Pokemon.
Yeah, yes, dude, for real. Can we just draft like we draft crops in Minecraft?
Drafting Steve.
Oh god. Oh god.
There you go.
Is that good? I don't know. I don't know how to play Minecraft. I'm still learning.
We're gonna
Yeah.
show you, Evan.
You
But
can buy your sheep, Evan.
Well,
They have sheep. They have gray sheep in Europe. They fucking wilding out there.
all right.
we should
Let's
probably
actually end
sign
this
off.
podcast.
Yeah.
Keep talking about
All right.
All right. See you guys.
Yeah, fuck you all.
Bye.